Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? All right. And the reason that the charmer, as you see in the clip that I put up, isn't going to receive any pity for being bitten with that serpent is because everybody knows the characteristics of the serpent. All right, the serpent will attack you. It will deceive you, as I'm going to get into. All right, that serpent-like spirit of man is really, what I'm going to get into. All right, and I liken that to the relationship that 2/3 of the nation of Israel have with Esau. And that's why when you get judged, nobody's going to pity you, because you know the characteristics of the serpent. The serpent, all right, that serpent-like spirit that dwells within Esau, all right, from the serpent to Cain to Esau, all right, that deceitful, subtle, murderous spirit. All right, you, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you are well aware that this spirit dwells within this man. So that's why, once again, when you are bitten with the serpent, all right, when the Most High, let Esau go full throttle on the hopeful elect is not gonna pity, because you chose to deal with that serpent, man. All right, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? As I've made this point before, if you see a man get mauled by a wild beast, those who have any wisdom is going to ask, why was you near the beast? For example, like them Edomites that jump out the truck, little Jeep, on a safari, and a lion eat them. That's not a tragedy. Why are you near a lion? You know the characteristics of that wild beast. So once again, likening that to the relationship that 2/3 of the nation of Israel have with Esau, you know how he get down. So when the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, lets him, show his horns, all right, fully show the characteristics of that serpent or that wild beast, when you get bitten or you get mauled, nobody's going to pity, man. All right, you got what you deserve. And it starts with, as I'm going to get into Genesis, it starts with the woman, but Jake, the men of Israel, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, run behind the woman. So although, she was deceived initially, her leading you, leaves you deceived, man. Just for an example, Jake, with his love affair of the Democratic Party, who did you learn that from? Your mama and them. Jake ain't really into that shit, but he followed behind a woman who's been deceived by it. Churchgoers. I'm talking about the men of Israel. They don't like going to church, but they run behind some woman, your grandma, your mama, whatever chick, you trying to bump. That's why you in there. So the love affair started, right? This love affair with the serpent and his ideology, his philosophies, his wine, as the scriptures describe it as, was first taken by the woman, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel, as I speak on the men, run behind her. So you are guilty by association as well. And like the scriptures say, anyone that is joined unto them shall be thrust through. You 2/3 of the nation of Israel, a lot of y'all, or all of y'all is guilty by association, man. Dealing with this serpent, dealing with this wild beast that is Esau. All right. But it's Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And that goes into his subtlety, because he knew, just like Esau knows. Esau know you ain't supposed to be eating abominable foods. Esau know that it's a certain lifestyle that you would call an alternative lifestyle that the Israelites ain't supposed to be living. Esau know that the Israelites are only supposed to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahweh Shai and not be in these churches worshiping these false idols. This is the same thing that he takes back to the Most High, the accuser of thy brethren. So he already knew the answer, right? And you go into that word subtile, to be elusive, cunning, crafty, sagacious, all right, discerning. All right, you go into the word cunning, dexterous or crafty in the use of special resources or in attaining an end, characterized by wiliness and trickery, cunning schemes, right? Because he tricked the woman. Just like this serpent-like spirit is still tricking the woman to this day. All right, prettily appealing. All right, that's why as you continue on, scriptures is gonna say, when the woman saw it as good to eat, pleasing to the eye. All right, he made those philosophies appealing to her as he does to this day. All right, displaying king insight. All right, and this is the spirit of Esau. All right, Genesis 25:27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. All right, that's how you know it's that same spirit. It wasn't a snake in the garden. That snake, or it was just that man had the characteristics of a snake, just like Jacob call a nigga a snake today. If he's untrustworthy, if he's getting over on you or beating you for some money, he a snake. All right, can you imagine a woman talking to a talking snake, man? Are you crazy? No, it's just the characteristics of a man. All right, another synonym for someone being subtile is beguiling. All right, agreeably or charmingly attractive or pleasing. You know, when the woman saw that the fruit was good to eat, looked good to eat. All right. 2 Corinthians 11:3, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahweh Shai. All right. And he's still beguiling her unto this day. So going back to Ecclesiasticus 12:13, because the woman is going to feel it too. You see it already. When he bite her ass, nobody's going to feel sorry for her. Who shall pity a charmer that's bitten with the snake? You are likened as a charmer with this snake Esau, the woman, all right, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel as a whole, the men as well, all right. A level of deception by Esau, which is the act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid. The act of deceiving. Everything that they push on her, as I speak on the Israelite woman, at everything that they push on her, making her believe this is true, and it's not. It's false and invalid. Independence is a falsehood that they live under. I don't need a man. Falsehood that they live under. Being unruly, being uncooperative. These are not the things that you're supposed to be. But you've been beguiled, It says the fact or condition of being deceived, something that deceived, tricked, fooled by a scam artist, clever deception. And that's what Esau is. He's a damn scam artist, man. He scammed the nigga woman, man. And the men of Israel as well. Scammed you. And the Most High, he declared the end from the beginning. So you were supposed to be like that, whatever. But this is the state that you're in. And this is why Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy you. And he's not going to pity you. 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Who shall pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent? You playing with a snake. Crazy. I mean, just imagine that. You see a man with a snake, and, if you can imagine how, people have snakes as pets. You might have them around their neck. If he clench on and choke you out, I'm going to say, why you got the snake around your neck, man? What are you doing, man? And that's how the hopeful elect looks at 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Why you around that snake, man? Why? Because you've been beguiled. You've been deceived. All right. Romans 3:12. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips. All right. Their throat is an open sepulchre. Everything that come out this man's mouth is death. All right. And that's in turn why 2/3 of the nation of Israel is the same way. With their tongues they have used deceit. This is how Esau dominates 2/3 of the nation of Israel. He sell you a dream. Even if you want to look at it like, because Jake, 2/3 of the nation of Israel have this alliance with the Democratic Party. And if anybody with any wisdom looks at it, you see they get on stage, they make you promises, and then you elect them and they shit on you. They don't do nothing they said they was going to do for you. With their tongues, they have used deceit. But 4 years later, you're going to go right back. 2/3 of the nation of Israel was actually about to elect that bird, man. Kamala Harris, she's a bird, man. That's a bird. They was about to elect her. Why? Just because of their allegiance to the deceit of the Democratic Party, as I use that as an example, man, of that serpent. In his deceitful ways, all right? But I'm going to go back to Genesis 3 and 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. All right, so the woman knew better. All right, just like the nigga woman now know better than what she doing now. She'll just hit you with the ideologies of Esau. His words, you're a misogynist. Where'd she get that from? You're a sexist. All right, you gotta eat amongst the men of Israel. You got a phobia. You know what I'm talking about. You got a phobia. These are all Esau's, trickery, man, into not judging righteously. Although 2/3 of the nation of Israel know better, they still do wrong. I mean, how many times you got to get told that these foods are abominable? A man shouldn't dress in a certain fashion. A man should be masculine. But Esau, as he gave the woman an option, he's still giving her an option unto this day. And the woman, and as well as 2/3 of the nation of Israel, have chose evil. All right. And the serpent said, pardon me. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. All right. The serpent basically told the woman that he knows better than the Most High. This is the same thing that's going on today. All right. For the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. He gave her an option, just like he give 2/3 of the nation of Israel an option today. To choose evil. This verse 6, Genesis 3 and 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. This is 2/3 of the nation of Israel today, the woman and the man. All right. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and did eat. All right. It was pleasant to the eye. It was appealing. Just like the lifestyle that Esau sell to the woman, and as well as 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the men of Israel. It's just pleasant to the eyes. It's appealing to them. The options that he gave them to go against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So when you go back into that word, beguile, agreeably or charmingly attractive or pleasing. You know, what's attractive is pleasing to the eye. It's appealing. And this is the lifestyle, the option that Esau has given 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man, especially the woman. That's why I started in Genesis 3, man, especially the woman. That's why she's unruly. That's why she's uncooperative. because Esau gave her all these options to do so. 2 Corinthians 11:3, but I fear, least by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahushua. All right. So the same way that the serpent, okay, beguiled Eve is the same way this same serpent-like spirit is beguiling 2/3 of the nation of Israel. So going back to Ecclesiastes 12:13, nobody's going to pity you when this serpent bites you. Or even when he bites you now. You know, Jake getting his head bust in the street by Esau. Jake a criminal. He getting caught up all in Esau's judicial system. Jake's belief in the political system failing him. Nobody feels sorry for you. Isaiah 13:15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's what's going to happen. Because upon the return of Yahushua, you're going to be found as a treasonous individual. Because you're joined unto them. You don't know any other way but to listen to Esau. Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You take counsel, but not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's all whatever Esau want to do. And the covering that you're covering yourself with is not of the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's of Esau. You just do what he say. Whatever options that he give you, that's what you run with. Just like the woman when she was beguiled. She was sold a dream and given a appealing option. And that same appealing option, which is everything that Esau allows in his society, y'all still running after it, especially the woman. All right. Maccabees 1:11, first Maccabees. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we had much sorrow. That's Jake today. That's why when you tell Jake to get about the ways of America, they can't do it. Because it's sorrowful unto them not to celebrate holidays, not to eat abominable foods, not to be whores, not to be moles. That's sorrowful for them not to do wickedness and not to be joined unto the heathen. It says, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. This is Jake today. Jake just want to be like the heathen. Because they look at it as like it's an appealing thing. They've been beguiled. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief, and Jacob is still joined unto the heathen unto this day. Isaiah 30 and 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Jake trust in his place. This being modern Egypt. Revelation 11 and 8 describes this place as modern Egypt, modern Sodom as well. This is what they trust in, you know. Jake ain't gonna call on the Most High and ask for no direction or have patience and wait for the Heavenly Father to move. They gonna continue to trust in this place, man. All right. Isaiah 28 and 15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That's Jake. That same, the beguiling, as it starts with the woman, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel as well. The beguiling is just falsehood and lies, which you've made your refuge. Who's gonna pity that charmer that gets bitten with the snake? All right. Hop into verse 18, Isaiah 28 and 18. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through it, then ye shall be trodden down by it. And that's why Jake is gonna get whooped. All right. In Jacob's trouble, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is gonna get whooped, man. Because you trusted in this place. You trusted in those lies. You made lies and falsehood your refuge, just like the woman. Psalms 118 and 8, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. And that's where Jake's confidence lies. In man, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they only do what Esau do. They'll, buck up and act like they hate him. But, they do what he do. Jeremiah 17 and 5, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 3 and 20, surely as a treacherous wife departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. All right, just like an adulterous wife, man. A voice was heard upon the high places, weeping and supplications of the children of Israel, for they have perverted their way, and they have forgotten the Lord their power. Return, ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backslidings. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our power. All right. It says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our power is the salvation of Israel, and they're waiting for Esau to save them. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and the multitude of mountains. All right, these governments, this establishment here. And this is going to be your downfall, your trust in Esau. Because, as I went in Genesis you know, as the woman was beguiled, you know, the whole 2/3 of the nation of Israel have been beguiled. All right, so going back to Sirach 12 and 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Ain't gonna be no pity for you. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope that video was edifying. Shalom.